Hi, welcome to the breaking news episode. As most of you have heard, there's good news for nurses and other healthcare workers. What is the good news? As you can see from the topic, we've heard that Cgfns, one of the biggest body or the umbrella that certifies foreign educated professionals like nurses, they now accept OET. What is OET? It's just one of the English proficiency tests, and OET stands for Occupational English Test. Before, Cgfns used to accept TOEFL, TOEFL, or IELTS. Anyway, they've made some changes, and this is great news for healthcare professionals and nurses, to be specific, because what am I? I'm a registered nurse. My name is Priscilla. I come from Ghana. I live in New York State. I work here as a registered nurse. So let's get right into it. By the way, the questions that people keep asking, is IELTS Ukvi accepted? Yes, it is accepted by Cgfns, and you can have the information right on their website. You can see the information right on their website. I always advise people, our job is to bring this content to you, but the bigger job lies on you. You have to do your research. If you hear any information flying around, you want to go to the website of wherever the information is coming from and verify that information by yourself. Don't just take hearsays and swallow it as the gospel fact. You want to do some research into it. Yes, so all my fellow UK nurses who are excited because you already have OET or you already have IELTS Ukvi, good news, congratulations. You can now use that for the US, but the state also comes to play. So before you rush and take OET or IELTS Ukvi, you want to make sure the states you want to work or intend moving to accept all these. There are some types of English proficiency test. I've already mentioned TOEFL, TOEFL. There's TOEIC, that is a very low, and people don't know much about it. TOEIC. There's PTE. Pearson has an English test called Pearson PTE. Then there's OET, Occupational English Test, and as the name may sound, is based on your occupation. Sorry I talk so fast. It is how I speak. Most people study. Can you slow down? I actually lose my breath when I slow down, but yes, so far as the information is clear, and there's a place you can click on and see every word as I say them. It's called a transcript, and it's hidden in the description box. So click on this topic, it opens more. That is the description box where all my contact numbers are. I double as a lead consultant for USRN Pathway Consult. We help nurses. We hold your hands and walk you through the process to be able to convert your education that you had outside the US to match the American standard, to be able to work here, live here, and live your American dream as I am doing. Yes. So welcome to my channel, all you new subscribers. This is a fabulous Priscilla Kuma that you've heard about. You just joined. Welcome. Hope you feel at home. Share this video with others. So for you outside the US, you need something called Visa Screen Certificate. This will be used solely for your immigration purpose, for you to be able to enter the US. Mind you, there are 50 states in America, and every state has its own board of nursing. And not every board of nursing accepts English proficiency test. Some states don't require it. I live in New York State. New York State is one of such states. They do not require any English proficiency test. But if you live outside the US and you need to come into the US, you need to have something called Visa Screen Certificate. And to have the Visa Screen Certificate, English proficiency test is one of the requirements. And then lies or falls the OET that has just been added, and it will take effect August 1st. I don't know if you get the story here. You need it solely because you want to use it for your Visa Screen Certificate that will be used for filing your immigration papers for you to come to the US. If you had lived in the US or you live in the US, you wouldn't need to take an English proficiency test if you live in New York or if you want to register with New York Board of Nursing. Because remember, you don't necessarily need to live in a state to use that state. But for you watching outside the US, you want to make sure you focus on a compact state. I made a video about 39 other states where you can use your license and move around with flexibility. You want to focus on choosing from one state from all the 39 states that are listed. And you also want to narrow down if they don't need English proficiency test if you already live in the US, so that you skip that hurdle. Yes, Pennsylvania requires it. Most of the states require it, but you want to check. So now you have to play a game of chess, seeing which state requires this and which state does not require it, and which board requires this, which board does not require it, what English proficiency test they want, what credential evaluation service they need. So all this mismatch is a lot of information, and it can be very confusing, even for those of us who are in this field, who own consults and do this job. So if you're confused, reach out to us at USRN Pathway Consult. So the good news is that OET is being added to the Cgfns English proficiency test requirements. They already have TOEFL on there, as I said. They have IELTS, and they've put in brackets, as you can see, specifically Ukvi is accepted. So now we can all clear our doubts. Ukvi is accepted. IELTS academic standard is accepted as well. So what is OET? OET is basically for medical people. About 12 medical people are embedded in there. They are qualified to take OET. Dietetics can take it, physiotherapists can take it, lab techs can take it, but our focus is on general nurses because, you know, this channel is about nurses. It's owned by a nurse, so yes. So it's basically about your occupation. It's a medical language, case scenarios, and role plays, and the requirements is a C+ for reading, writing, and it seems okay. It's a little bit expensive though. So let's go into Unfortunately, OET seems to be the most expensive. Yes, it is $400. PTE is $220. We have IELTS, the regular one, is $218, and UKVI is $220. So are you going to weigh the cost and say, because OET is medically inclined and I'm a medical person, I'd rather pay $400 and take that and pass that? Or are you going to just forget it and take IELTS, the regular, or UKVI? Yes, $400 is a lot, but if you think that will be easier for you to pass, you just sacrifice, save up the money, write that, and pass. If you're watching from Nigeria, you're wondering, where can I write OET? You have at least 2 main places you can write it. You can write it at International House Trust Assessment in Lekki or International House Trust Assessment in Ikeja. So go to their website, see their address, see the details you need, how to book a test. Luckily, most of these tests are computer based, and some of them you have interaction, you speak to a human being, some of them you speak to a machine. So read thoroughly, see which one best fits your learning style, and prepare for that. Save up, pay, and go take it. If you're watching from Ghana, you're wondering, where can I write it? You can write this in Total House, Accra, Ghana. And the good thing is they have a center, unlike NCLEX that we all have to go to South Africa to write it. You are lucky to have a place to write OET in Africa. So check around your country. If I haven't mentioned your country, please go to the OET website. Just type in your country. It gives you a list of locations around you, and you can go to the nearest and take your OET. So you are wondering, which state accepts this? For now, we can speak about 3 because this is a new development. It's going to take time before it spread to other states, but the states that accept it for sure: Oregon is one of the states that accept it, Washington accepts it, Michigan accepts it. So Illinois and New Jersey are also in the process of accepting it. But as I said, Cgfns will start accepting it August 1st, which is a few days from now. So get ready as you prepare to take your test. And I wish you all the best in taking the test. This is the information hub. As soon as the information breaks, you're going to find this on this channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit red word that says subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. Share this video with other people. Hopefully it's helpful and your American dream is valid. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise. Do not get discouraged. Make sure you take this test. There are so many roadblocks, so many tests you have to take. And do you know that even the English proficiency test can be waived for you depending on the country you come from? The fact that you prove that your education has been done in English using English textbooks is right on the Cgfns website, but you have to prove your case. They actually waive the English proficiency test for you for $85. But as I said, you will still need it for visa screen certificate. Even there's a way to work around it. So do your research, contact them, ask all your questions, because I do not know it all. I also do my research before I come here and give you what I know. So as the days pass by and more information come out about this OET, I'll bring them to you. So far, this is what we know, and I'm so happy for you guys. Let me quickly add a little difference between the IELTS and the OET. You might want to do a comparison and decide which one you want to do. So I have on here information, and then computer-based or paper-based. Both IELTS and OET have the option of being computer-based or paper-based. Registration time, at least 4 days prior for the IELTS. By the OET, you need about 3 weeks or more to register. And how long is the validity? They are both valid for 2 years. That is why I always encourage my nurses who want to work in the US. NCLEX takes much more of your time, but does not expire. Your license will expire as a nurse as it does expire in your home country, and you have to renew it yearly or every 2 years, yes. But with the IELTS, if it's expired, you have to take the exams all over again. That is why I encourage you to focus first on the NCLEX. Especially if you're doing self-sponsorship, you're on the journey by yourself, you are not under any pressure. You want to focus on the NCLEX first, get that out of the way before you do the English test. If you do the English test and it's taking you 2 years, and you unfortunately write the NCLEX and fail, and you have to retake it, that means that your IELTS is going to expire on you. Your English proficiency test will expire because the lifespan is 2. If your NCLEX license expires, you can just pay, renew, and go. You do not need to take NCLEX all over again. That is why I say focus on the NCLEX. If you are watching and wondering what NCLEX is the USA Nursing Licensure. You need to be able to practice nursing in America. Australia uses NCLEX, Canada uses NCLEX, but they are country specific. So let's go more. Exam duration. For IELTS, it takes about 2 hours and 45 minutes. But for OET, it takes 3 hours. Score range. IELTS, they score you between 1 to 9. OET scores between A to E, that's 0 to 500. The sections are divided into reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Speaking can be done on a different day for the IELTS. But for the OET, they also have 4 subtests divided into the same reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Can be done on a different day. Test results availability. In 13 days for paper test, that's IELTS. If you do the paper test, in 13 days your results will be available. But if you do a computer-based test, between 3 to 5 days, sometimes it can be quicker, you'll find your results. OET, 14 days for paper test, 16 days for computer test. It's the other way around. Even though it's a computer-based test, it takes 16 days for your results to come out. So bear that in mind. Are you willing to wait for about 2 weeks and a couple days to get your OET results that you paid $400 for? Or are you willing to take the IELTS that you paid $220 for and have that result, the UKVI? Okay, so these are the comparisons. See the question style that best works for you. Choose that. You need it for visa screen, unfortunately. But if you live in the US, you don't need visa screen certificate. You've already crossed immigration. So find a state that does not require English proficiency test. Avoid an unnecessary waste of time and unnecessary waste of money. Do your research well. As more developments come in, I'll bring you content relating to English proficiency test because I have been silent on this for so long. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. And the name remains Priscilla Kuma. Subscribe to my channel, find me, join our Telegram group, our Facebook group, reach out to me. My personal WhatsApp business line is on here. Text me. Welcome all you new subscribers, and I hope you stay with me. Ciao.